Oh, yeah, there it is. They make me wait. I sit here. Oh, hi. I haven't got people waiting for me. Happy day. Tommy Jane here. I haven't been streaming much because my jaw's been inflamed and it hurts to talk too much. I was on the phone for like 5 minutes this morning with a friend, and it was just like, oh, I gotta go. I can't talk. And I really didn't want to stream tonight, but something really outstanding showed up in my feed that I really felt we needed to talk about, because this could be the argument that I really need to prove my case that I'm a targeted individual, and they've been like tracking my shit for years and interfering with my life for years. Anyway, here it is. This is like really, ooh, look at that. The headline reads, and it's at a place called Humans Are Free. Let's see if I can find a statement about themselves. Humansarefree.com. That's your basic woke folk. How credible they are, I have no idea. And when I shared this, I said, do I believe this wholeheartedly to be true? No. Do I believe it to be more plausible than Zuckerberg writing all that fucking code himself? Yes. So here it is, a letter from an alleged insider who supposedly was a lover too, and is a front man for military intelligence. This is some real comic book shit too. Who created Facebook? Many people have wondered about the true origins of the social media giant, which has gone from a Harvard startup to the company with almost the most users in the world, about 2.38 billion as of the first quarter of 2019. This is an astonishing figure, which is inching its way to 1/3 of the entire global population. Are we supposed to believe the geek genius cover story that is so often used to describe the origins of big tech Silicon Valley companies, or is there something more to the story? A few weeks ago, on June 13th, 2019, American intelligence media published a letter which was hand-delivered to a member of the anonymous Patriots conclave. They were able to quickly verify a lot of the information in the letter, which they're calling the Zuckerberg dossier. Although they can't say that everything in the letter. How's my sound? Do I have sound? Do I have sound? Yes, I do. Good. Okay, to continue. The letter makes many explosive claims as quoted below. I encourage you to read it for yourself. And here's the link to the letter, I think. No, it's some Facebook story now. Oh, no. Yeah, here's the link to the letter. We'll read that when we're done. Maybe. Mark Zuckerberg did not create Facebook, but was chosen as a front man to make a military surveillance social network go public. Zuckerberg was involved in CIA mind control programs as a child. Zuckerberg has many MIC handlers, military industrial complex handlers, behind him who are controlling him and telling him exactly what to do. Zuckerberg stole code by hacking into the email account of the son of Michael McKibben, owner of Leader Technologies and the real inventor of scalable social media. Michael had emailed his son Max the white papers written to describe the new invention. Zuckerberg is either unable or barely able to write code, so the idea that he wrote innovative and unique code for Facebook is a giant, absurd lie. Here's some quotes from the letter. Mark was chosen as child for a CIA training program because his relatives were some of the people creating the program. I'm not making excuses for Mark, but his choices have not been his own. Yes, he has become an evil sociopath who once believed in his heart of heart that if he decided he wanted to be president, all he had to do was say he wanted the job and Facebook would deliver the election to him. This is the level of brainwashing Mark is at. He's not in contact with reality. He became this way through the brainwashing he received in his high school years by a DARPA program called TIA that needed a boy genius to be the front man. This scam would make Mark into a global model of the young, cool, irreverent computer geniuses that rule the world and lead everyone to a cyber god of artificial intelligence. Mark was just an unwitting puppet. Mark Greenberg, Zuckerberg, did not write one single line of programming source code for Facebook. Those are lies and propaganda generated by his government military handlers. Everybody knows that the Winklevoss twins, Aaron and Cameron, won a $65 million lawsuit settlement against Mark because they knew that their little Harvard connection piece was just adjunct code attached to the original stolen source code, which was given to Mark by Professor James Chandler and IBM. My old buddy, Sean Parker, an early member of Facebook, has confessed all to the media and specifically told the truth that Facebook was meant as a cyber drug to create and control addicts, digital addicts. As Sean said, we knew from the beginning it was harming every user, and that is why we never let our friends or our children use these systems. It harms them tremendously and was the original intent of the media. Mark and I were told by representatives of DARPA that that was the intent of Facebook from its inception. Sean Parker is a former Facebook executive who publicly admitted that when Facebook was designed, exploiting loopholes in human psychology was a goal. Specifically, he mentions that they built in giving people a dopamine hit every now and again to get them addicted, as well as playing off the people's insecurity and need for social validation. He said, I don't know if I really understood the consequences of what I was saying because the unintended consequences of a network, when it grows to 1 billion or 2 billion people, and it literally changes your relationship with society, with each other, it probably interferes with productivity in weird ways. God only knows what it's doing to our children's brains. Squirt time. The thought process that went into building these applications, Facebook being the first of them, was all about how do we consume as much of your time and conscious attention as possible. And that means that we need to sort of give you a little dopamine hit every once in a while because someone liked or commented on a photo or a post or whatever. And that's going to get you to contribute more content, and that's going to get you more likes and comments. It's a social validation feedback loop. Exactly the kind of thing the hacker like myself would come up with because you're exploiting a vulnerability in human psychology. The inventors, creators, it's me, it's Mark Zuckerberg, it's Kevin Systrom on Instagram, it's all of these people understood this consciously, and we did it anyway. This is by Sean Parker. As the author covered in a previous article, MSM and Silicon Valley, all strings pulled by the same master. Facebook just coincidentally happened to have a creation date, February 4th, 2004, identical to when the Pentagon discontinued its LifeLog project. The Pentagon had LifeLog software that tracked every person's every move, purchase, call, message, movement, and more. They were supposed to close it down because it was illegal, because it was invasive, because it was spying on you, would be evil and or Orwellian. Guess what happened instead? They converted it to Facebook. LifeLog was a surveillance operation dreamt up by the ultra-sinister DARPA, Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. Facebook is the ultimate tool for self-surveillance, whereby a person will willingly give up their data and privacy without realizing what they're doing. Final thoughts. Who created Facebook? Same answer as who created Google, YouTube, and the rest of Silicon Valley. It remains to be seen whether the information in this letter or Zuckerberg dossier will be verified. In answering the riddle of who created Facebook, we certainly need to recognize that whether it's Google, Alphabet, YouTube, or Facebook, these big tech behemoths spun off from military projects and military seed funding right from the start. That's what the internet was, right from the start. It was just a conversion of the military network when they, as they upgraded, they take the obsolete shit and sell it off to our communications companies, and that's what the internet is. Like Amazon, with its giant $600 million CIA contract, big tech is joined at the hip with the MIC and does its bidding. Big tech is now a critical and indispensable cog in the U.S. national security apparatus. Well, that's because they've been giving them all our obsolete stuff, and it just, we're at that point where it's just part of the game. It's unprecedented privacy destroying surveillance, but you get free email accounts, the emoticon posting capabilities. So as Mark himself would say, it's all cool, right? And if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to worry about, right? Okay, well, that's that. Let's see what people are saying. Hi, Ethel. Mic check. The mic's okay. Hi, Mike. Well, anyway, that's what that is. Let's see if there's any more interesting shit in the letter itself. Facebook insider confesses all. Following anonymous document. Okay, we already read that. Where's the document? This is a scorned lover, supposedly, that wrote this. Well, here's the letter. Mark Zuckerberg and all of us who were there from the beginning are lying to you and using your personal life as a government-controlled experiment in brainwashing and mind control. Basically, a weaponized system of the military, CIA especially, that got out of control. At this point, Mark Zuckerberg has lost control of a company that he never really owned or operated. Truly, anyone who has ever worked with Mark knows that his mind is blank and that he's nothing more than a parrot for the government handlers who created him. Mark is incapable of running a McDonald's, let alone one of the most powerful companies in the world. Not even his name is real, and his identity has always been covered up. Mark was chosen as a child for a CIA training program because his relatives were some of the people creating the program. Some of this was in there. Crazy, just crazy. Like I said, I don't know how much of this I'm going to want to do. I may just quit right here because my face hurts pretty good, and unless I talk, the happier I am. So that was really all I had to say. And I read it, and woohoo! Thanks for coming. Happy day. Bye.